He's back. It's Mike Rehling here. And I've got one that's hot off the presses. In fact, it's burning my hand almost. It just got published. And this is by my friend Shloka Shankar. And this is an excellent book. It's called The Field of Why. And everything about this, if you don't know her, she's the brains behind Sonic Boom. She's involved with Kalaramish, with Trevini. She runs, then this is published by Yavanika Press out of Bangalore, India, one of my favorite places. And it was just published. So this is only a few weeks old. And she sent it to me and said, would you review it? Well, she's going to be thrilled because I only review books that I can recommend highly. This one's an easy one. It, by the way, the thing I like the most about Shloka is her heart. Her dedication for this book is perfect, and it tells you all you need to know about her. For every single one of you who has shown me kindness. I hope that includes me. She is a phenomenal person, extremely well published. She's been everywhere, done everything. She's been an editor, a successful editor, many times over in many different. She's not caught up in just haiku, any type of form, any type of short poem, haiga, you name it, she's got it. The Field of Why is really good because that's a lot of times one of the things we miss. The question we fail to ask is 3 letters. Why? It could be the reason we avoid that question is because it's one of the hardest to answer. Why do you write haiku? I don't know. It's a very good book. By the way, it's very well illustrated. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing for you, but there you go. Just beautiful little. Isn't that beautiful? And there's haiga in here. Just want to make sure you know what you're getting. And but she's done a wonderful job. And she's always very artistic and thorough. There's it's the madness of perfection, you know, and I think she engages in it. And I say that as a compliment because I don't always do it myself. And it just is a nice collection. Well done. Every page is laid out in its own way. Nothing busy about it, though. It's very clean, the way you expect, you know, haiku and senryu to be presented. Let's read this one. Balancing Darkness, a poem with birds in it. Balancing Darkness, a poem with birds in it. We have, where I live, we have a dark skies area. It's very dark at night. When the moon's gone, you can't see your hand in front of your face. It's that dark. And you can see all the stars. But you can always hear the birds. So very nicely done. And by the way, I'm doing my typical way. I'm just flipping through the book. I'm not trying to, I didn't pick things out in this one. I just took it the way I'm getting it on the page. Getting to the core of a Spartan afterthought. Getting to the core of a Spartan afterthought. Ah, BCCing myself from. When you blind copy yourself and send yourself an email from yourself, that's sort of like double secret probation. You know, I don't know. It's pretty secret. But I've probably done crazy stuff like that myself. My internal machinery, flashbacks become flash forwards. The guy who said history repeats itself wasn't joking. And we have that. I like the phrase internal machinery because that's the way I think of this. It's this thing, and we don't have gears. We're much more high tech than that. We have little neurons and electrical impulses jumping around inside our brain all the time. And it knows when you're repeating. It knows when the flashback is going to flash forwards. And I can't help but think that there's a part of you which is watching you inside saying, oh my God, this guy is something. And maybe she's having one of those moments. I don't know why people write poems, but I know why I enjoy them. This one is absolutely priceless. Fitting my body into a yawn. Fitting my body into a yawn. If you do a yawn right, it really takes over everything else. And that's sort of cool. This one, I like them all, but some of these are favorites, so I'm just flipping through them. In my bones, the dimness of someone else's voice. But by the way, she's not afraid to use typefaces, everything. There's nothing off limits for Shloka. She'll try anything, and unlike myself, she succeeds almost all the time. At least everything she's letting out into the world, it works. Examining the nails of vowels, so quiet, so old. I like that. Examining the nails of vowels. They do hold the words together, don't they? And so I've never heard them referred to as nails, but Shloka's managed to give me a new one. Erecting landmarks in the field of why. Do you ever, when we make statements sometimes as people, this is how I read this poem. I have no idea what her interpretation would be, but this is mine. When you ask those questions and you get those answers, a lot of times we get stuck in them. You know, people said, why do you do this? And that becomes your answer. You know, you come up with an answer and it was on the spur of the moment. You didn't think about it. And she's making it a landmark. She's got the correct view of it. When you answer those questions in the field of why, the best thing to do is understand they're just a moment in time. Why do I love my wife? I don't know. I've probably had 10,000 answers, maybe more. But they're all there. Erecting landmarks in the field of why. Oh, this one. Either or relapse into a coda. You know, this is a good one. I'm going to read you one more. Breaking through the gender of happiness. Breaking through the gender of happiness. This is a very good collection. The Field of Why. And I have a soft spot for Shloka, but even if I didn't, even if I didn't know her and never heard of her before, it would be easy to recommend this book. It's really beautifully done. It feels good in the hand, and because it's her own press that published it, and I'll put the link underneath this video. You'll understand a little bit about her when you get the book, because you'll know that she pays attention to detail. Every detail in this book, every page, including the cover page and the font, I can tell you she obsessed over. I wasn't there, but I know she did. So reward yourself, get a copy of The Field of Why.